Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Southern Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. We welcome you all today. We're excited to have our representatives here to share with you all today. Before we get started, we have a few housekeeping rules. First, if you have any questions, we do ask that you use the Q&A button to type your questions to the presenters at any time. Please feel free throughout the entire presentation to submit your questions there. Your camera and microphone is off, so you are muted and your video is off, so the panelists can't see or hear you. And we welcome you to sign up for more sessions. This is one of many college presentations going on, so feel free to sign up for a session for the next time slot where you registered for this one. And then lastly, this recording will be available about a week after today. So all sessions are recorded and will be available for your review. And then this college fair is sponsored by Cambridge Assessment International Education. So we thank them, and we'll go ahead and get started. So first we have Oglethorpe University getting ready to start with us today, and we hope you enjoy.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Catherine. I'll go ahead and share my screen really quickly, get that started. So my name is Christian Willingham. I am an admissions counselor at Oglethorpe University in Atlanta. Really excited to be speaking with you guys today. For those who live in Georgia, I do work with Georgia students only. We do have a lot of other admission counselors who can help you out if you are not in Georgia, but I work with Gwinnett County students in Northeast Georgia. So we'll go ahead and jump in. So we are located in Atlanta. We are kind of right here in the heart of Atlanta. So if you're familiar with the city, we're about 15 minutes from Midtown, really close to the middle of everything. But also you'll see, obviously you saw kind of on the first slide here in my virtual background as well, we have this very small kind of like classic Gothic architecture feel on campus. I think it's really unique. Part of Oglethorpe is that we have that small campus feel, but we're in the middle of the big city. So Atlanta is really the heartbeat of our campus, and connected and hands-on learning is a huge part of our learning experience. So we really believe in that kind of internship experience, getting out there and like kind of putting your hands on the things that you really want to be doing. I'll talk about that a little bit more down the slides. But yes, I think that that's probably one of the most unique parts about Oglethorpe. Definitely my favorite part is it's this little oasis in the city. It's such a joy to get to go over to Brookhaven and go over to Oglethorpe whenever I can, because it is a nice break from the Atlanta traffic sometimes. So thinking about academics, I'm sure some of you have no idea what you want to do. Some of you have probably already been thinking and maybe have a few majors or a certain major you know you want to do. So looking before we even think about majors, you're thinking gen ed classes, general education classes. At Oglethorpe, that's a little bit different. We have something called the core. It's only 9 classes, and it basically is just the culmination of all the skills you'll get in liberal arts. I think job training for every job you'll ever have is such a great example of the kind of skills, and you see them listed here. So this is like kind of a unique, our approach to education. It definitely isn't going to be anything you see anywhere else, which I think is really cool. It's kind of like your own kind of personalized education. And I would definitely say that no matter how many times you change your major, I changed mine 5 times. So I ended up with a history degree through education in there at some point. It was communications. You may change your major a lot. I'm on my 4th job since I graduated college, but these are skills that I'm equipped with and that every Oglethorpe student is going to be equipped with. And I think that that would be appreciated by every employer. Of course, going on into your major, like I said, some of you may already know what you want to do. We do have over 60 majors and minors. We also have some partnerships with other Atlanta schools to provide even more educational opportunities. So that's a great thing to keep in mind. Literally, our top majors are all over the board: biology, psychology, chemistry, theater is in there, communications. So you definitely will get a chance to explore a lot of different things, meet a lot of different people, which I think is really, really cool. And then we'll move on, trying to, keep this big and or swift. So like I said, internships, hands-on experience is a huge part of an Oglethorpe education. So over here on the left side of the screen, you're going to see some of our top internships and employers for our students. And so You definitely will recognize probably a lot of these names, if not all of them. All of these companies and organizations have bases in Atlanta. And so, like I said, tons of partnerships, tons of our students will go on to work with these companies either before or after graduation. And then on the right side are some of the top, you definitely will recognize some of those names there too. Some of our top graduate school programs our students will go on to. So the great news is that hands-on learning stuff is really helpful. 93% of our graduates do have a full-time position or they're in grad school within 1 year of graduation, which is definitely something that we are super proud to share and tell you guys about. Of course, you guys are probably thinking about fun stuff too, as you very well should be. A few things to touch on: 60 clubs, over 60 clubs and organizations. Couldn't begin to name them all. Literally, no matter whatever you're interested in, we have something for you. 9 Greek sororities and fraternities, so about 23% of our student body participate in Greek life, a good number of them, but also not everybody, so it's kind of a good mix in that way. We do have 16 Division III athletics teams. I'm happy to answer any questions if any of you would like to get connected with coaches. We have on-campus residence halls as well as an apartment complex right next door. You'll see up here that we are partnered with. Great living experience, cheapest way and probably the nicest way you'll live in Atlanta. Definitely some of the students live nicer than I do, which is something I think about sometimes. And we're also really close to MARTA, which is the train, the subway. It goes throughout the city. Great way to, like I said, avoid some of that Atlanta traffic. And then, of course, I'm just going to briefly touch on this. Lots of great aid for all of our students, no matter what state they live in. Over 95% of our students receive merit aid between $18,000 to $23,000. Great thing to think about. We also do honor some amounts of Georgia Hope and Zell Miller. And so if you're a Georgia resident, you'll know what that is. Like I said, would be more than happy to answer some questions about that. And tons of other aid opportunities. So we are a private school, can seem a little scary sometimes, but definitely, like I said, tons of aid. We have really generous merit packages, in my opinion. And then just kind of coming to the end, according to my time, Catherine, I'm sure will be telling me I've got about 20 seconds. We are test optional as of right now with the pandemic, so that's something to keep in mind. So really all we need is your application, your essay, and your transcript to get you going. It's a really easy, inclusive application. So I will be available via chat function. I believe that I've come to the end of my time. I'll pass it back along to Catherine. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Great. Thank you. So next we have Southeastern Louisiana University.
Thank you so much. My name is Ryan Cavanaugh. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions here at Southeastern Louisiana University. We are the third largest university in the state of Louisiana. So as you see, we are located in Hammond, Louisiana, Hammond, America, as we like to call it. We're about an hour from Baton Rouge, hour just north of New Orleans. So we're southeast part of the state. As you can see, it's a college town, which we really enjoy. So you're not really dealing with the headache of traffic or the huge price of living in a big city. So it's a college town of about 20,000 students of everything you can imagine. The entire city revolves around Hammond, which we really enjoy. So Southeastern Louisiana University is the third largest school in the state of Louisiana, about 15,000 students. We have students from all walks of life, 50 different states, 50 different nations. But despite us being the third largest university in the state, we like to have smaller class sizes. So that's one of the biggest things we strive ourselves on, of about very high school size classes, about 20 to 30. You're never going to have a class here of 200, 500, or even 1,000 students. So it allows you to really have those interactions, make those interactions in those classes. And we have 5 different academic colleges here on campus, all of which do a really good job of what we like to call real world ready. Is because, a lot of people are going to have a degree in marketing or biology. So what, careers, opportunities, they want to see what you did. So we like to do a good job of making sure you have an internship by your senior year, getting your hands-on some equipment or software that you may not get until your junior or senior year at some of the universities. You get that hands-on experience within your first year. One of the biggest things right now is we are actually waiving our application fee for the fall semester. So no recommendation letters, no essay. It's just a very quick application online that takes about 5 minutes. You see our website right there. So our application fee of $20 is waived until March 15th for the fall. So be sure to check that out. If you are an in-state student or an out-of-state student, we still have a lot of the same process. You apply online. Once you apply for admissions, you are automatically considered for scholarships, which we'll get to in just a little bit. We accept the ACT or the SAT. You can send those test scores to us and your high school transcripts as well. So if you're an in-state student from Louisiana, the criteria you see on your screen, Core 4 curriculum, 18 in English or 19 in math with a 2.35 high school cumulative GPA. If you're an out-of-state student, you have a few more options, as you can see all right there. We really just take your transcript and look what we can do to get you admitted to Southeastern. So you see all the options that you can do if you're an out-of-state student. One of the best things about Southeastern, though, and our core values of excellence and caring is we like to do what we can to help save you money. College debt is a big issue right now. So you see our estimated tuition and fees is about $4,000–4,500 a semester, which includes textbooks. We have a textbook rental program here on campus. So you rent your textbooks. That saves our students about $6,000 to $7,000 over the 4 years here. We actually have an out-of-state fee waiver. So if you live outside of Louisiana, if you have a 21 ACT composite and a 225 high school cumulative GPA, we will waive your out-of-state tuition and fees. So you will pay in-state tuition and fees. And one of my favorite things is we offer the Southeastern Promise. What this means is if you enroll after high school for the fall semester here at Southeastern, and you promise to graduate within 4 years and get your 30 hours every single year, Southeastern promises they will not increase your tuition every single year. So they will basically put a tuition freeze on you as long as you promise to graduate and stay on track. So as I mentioned, once you apply for admissions, you are automatically considered for scholarships. So this is our scholarship grid. As you can see, get out the fancy pointer. So if you apply by January 15th, you are considered for our priority scholarship. So to show you how the grid works is our first column is tuition and fees for the entire year of about $8,800. And then if you're from Louisiana, you get this great thing called TOPS, which is scholarship. If you're not from Louisiana, that's fine. Everybody gets the third column, which is your scholarship award amount. So then you deduct this price, and that shows your out-of-pocket expense. And if you decide that you want to live on campus, we do not require students to live on campus, but if you want to, you get a housing and meal award as well. If you apply after the 15th, you can still get a scholarship. It's just for a little bit less, and that's called our honors scholarship. One of the best things to do, especially if you're in driving distance, is visiting campus. You can go to our website. We have Lion Pride previews where you get to meet with your major. You get a free shirt. You get to check out campus, tour the residence halls. Another great thing you can do is you can go to southeastern.edu/connect, and you can check out all of our virtual experiences. So we do a bunch of webinars of getting involved, virtual college fair, meeting with the recruiter, and virtual tours as well. And then always connect with us. Here's our contact information. Follow us on social media. We do a bunch of stuff on social media to keep you interactive. You can also go to southeastern.edu/recruiter. You can find out who your admissions counselor is, and they can help you out along the way. But one of the best things you can do is on your phone. You can go to, you get your phone out and text Lion Up to 58052. And this just gives you a link of everything you want. You can fill this out to get more information. You can find a link to apply, a link on scholarships, a link on scholarship opportunities, visiting campus, information about your major, you name it. So text Lion Up to 58052 to get more information. Thank y'all.
Great, thank you so much. Next, we have Seton Hall University. And we also encourage all participants to ask your questions through the Q&A button.
Hello, my name is Ernea Evans. I am the Southeast Regional Representative for Seton Hall University. Seton Hall is a small private liberal arts Catholic school that gives the advantages of a large research university coupled with the benefits of a small, supportive, and nurturing environment. We are located 14 miles outside of New York City. We only have about 6,000 undergraduate students that attend from all 50 states and about 70 countries. We are a pretty diverse campus with students from all backgrounds. We have an average class size of 21 with a student to teacher ratio of about 14:1. Minimal grad students teach our classes. We also pay personal attention to things such as internships, counseling, disability support, tutors, health and wellness. We have 7 colleges, and among those 7 colleges, we have about 90 programs. So a little bit of everything for everybody, with unique programs like our partnership with the Stevenson Institute of Technology for Engineering. We have several dual law programs, our School of Health and Medical Sciences, which includes physical therapy, athletic training, physician assisting, as well as our joint MD program. We are 4th in the nation for internship opportunities. So our students can find an internship in any field or study that they are looking for. And we have a 92% job placement rate within a year of graduating in your field, which we feel is very important. We want our students to be prepared to work when they leave us, not have to go out and become prepared. Our Center for Academic Success is an award-winning academic advising program. It is designed to make a smooth transition into college life and for students to develop their social networks. Student life, we have over 130 clubs and organizations, 22 Greek organizations with nearly a dozen student-led theater performances, dances, carnivals, festivals, you name it. We try to keep students very active on campus. We are a Division I Big East school, with basketball being one of our more popular sports. However, we do have over 25 clubs and intramural activities, and about 50% of our students participate in some club on campus. We do have housing and residence life. 80% of our students do live on campus. We have 6 residence halls, 2 apartments. We have doubles, triples, quads. It just depends on where you want to live. And of course, with COVID, some of that has changed. Now, our cost of attendance is about $61,000. However, we try to make that as affordable as possible, keeping in mind we are private, so everybody pays the same in tuition. We give over $100 million in grants and scholarships. 98% of our students do receive some level of aid, and 98% of our students receive those grants and scholarships directly from Seton Hall. You can stack any of our special scholarships if you apply and receive them. How to apply? We have early action 1 and 2, November and December 15th, with regular decision being February and March 1st. You can apply through Common App or the Seton Hall app. We do have a $55 application fee, but for attending today, if you write down the code XFW, that will waive the $55 application fee. We require an essay, transcript, counselor report, SAT or ACT, and teacher recommendation. This year, we were test optional for all of our programs with the exception of our joint MD program. And if you want to be admitted directly into our College of Education, you did have to submit test scores or pass the praxis exam. We do a holistic review when we look at applications. However, our average SAT and ACT are 1235 and a 27. You can visit us. We are taking students in person and virtual. We have virtual tours Monday through Saturday, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Saturday, 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 10 a.m., 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. Or you can visit virtually. We are having open houses virtually this year. Our next one will be April 18th. We will have them in October, November. Of course, we don't know what that will look like next year, but we do hope that you will join us in April. And that is it. I hope I didn't fly through it too fast, but you can reach me with my email, as you can see above. I cover the entire Southeast or social media. Thank you, and I look forward to answering your questions in the chat.
Thank you so much for sharing about Seton Hall University. So our next college representative is from Coastal Carolina University.
Sorry, I'm trying to stop sharing. Stop share. There we go. Sorry.
Hello, everybody. My name is King Brown. I am a college admissions counselor at Coastal Carolina University. Let me pull up my presentation. Okay. All right, so welcome to Teal Nation. Again, admissions counselor from Coastal Carolina University, King Brown. We're located in Conway, South Carolina. It's about 15 minutes away from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We're a medium-sized campus. We have approximately 10,000 students enrolled. We have over 90 programs to study with 5 academic colleges. With that, our student faculty ratio is 16:1. So it's about the average size high school class. The most that you'll have as a freshman is usually around 25 to about 30 students. And that class size usually drops down to about 10 to 15 students, depending what your major is in your upperclassmen years. Almost 80% of our faculty do possess the highest level of learning that they can achieve, their doctorate or terminal degree. Moving on to our student organizations, we have over 100.
Do you mind sharing your presentation in full view?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
If you do it, it's at the bottom, very bottom. It's like a little projector.
Is it on full view for you guys?
No. Are you in two? Do you have 2 screens? There you go.
Yep, you're good.
Okay. Right. Okay. So we have over 120 student organizations, ranging from Greek life organizations, faith-based organizations, academic organizations. I was a student at Coastal. I was part of WCCU Radio. Coastal does have their own radio station for students to use. As long as students follow the guidelines, they are allowed to have their own radio show, which is really nice. Jumping into our sports, we have 19 Division I athletic varsity sports, ranging from men's and women's basketball, men's and women's soccer, football, softball. We were national champions in 2016, so we like to hold on to that as much as we can. We also offer club sports and intramural sports. Club sports, that's where students they still have to try out to make the team, and they still get to travel to play against other schools. But it's not at the ESPN level, no TV time, range championships, TV time, anything like that. But it's still at a high competitive level. And then when our intramural sports, that's where coastal students play other coastal students. They do have intramural tournaments. Those tournaments do include prizes, so that's still at a competitive level as well. So we do offer all of those sports for anybody who's interested. On the application side of things, last year we received over 15,000 applications. The darker shaded teal states, that's where we get most of our applications from. The whole map is teal, so that's why we like to emphasize the hashtag Teal Nation. For a competitive applicant, the 50% of students that we accept, they have a GPA of a 3.2 to a 4.0. An ACT score of a 19 to a 24, and an SAT of a 1020 to 1150. We are going test optional this year due to COVID and the pandemic and everything, and how hard it is to get into a testing site. So with that, we do look at the rigor of the courses. If the classes are dual enrollment, AP, honors, CP. So with that and a 3.5 and above GPA, you could be considered for test optional admission. All right, so the 20 core requirements that we require, we would need 4 units of English, 4 units of math, that including Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, and a higher level math course, 3 units of laboratory science, 2 units of foreign language, 3 units of social studies, 1 unit of art, 1 unit of PE or ROTC, and 2 academic electives. December 1st was our priority date for freshman merit awards. So students who apply before that date, they will get reviewed and rewarded merit first. After that, they review students with a 3.2 GPA and above. And if you would like to be considered for merit, just feel free to contact your admissions counselor, and we'll get you on that list. After December 1st, it's kind of a first come, first serve basis until we run out of the funds. And then once we receive your high school transcript, a completed application, and your standardized test scores, it takes up to 3 weeks until you receive a decision back in the mail. And then we are on the Common App this year. So you can apply on the Common App, or you can apply on coastal.edu/apply. So this is our tuition, how it's broken down, in-state and out-of-state. For in-state, in total, it's a little over $22,000. For out-of-state, it's a little over $38,000. That is the highest that the housing and meal plan goes. So depending which housing option or meal plan that you choose, the price can be a little less expensive. And then also those merit awards do help out. That is based off of your academics. We really look into the rigor of your courses, but we looked at everything on a holistic review. So we'll also look at any writing samples or essays that you may have, letters of recommendation, and standardized test scores. And here is my contact information. If you guys need anything, we'll be in the chat if you have any questions. Just trying to fly through this thing. I know we only have a short amount of time, but if you guys have any questions, just let me know. And thank you guys again for having me.
Great. So the next presentation we have is from the University of Southern Mississippi. So we'll go ahead and get started.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Chelsea Montgomery and I'm going to share my screen. All right, so I am from the University of Southern Mississippi and my office is located at the Gulf Park campus. So Southern Miss has 3 learning options, and that's Hattiesburg campus, Gulf Park campus in Long Beach, Mississippi, and then online learning as well. So a little bit more about Southern Miss. We have over 140 undergraduate and academic programs. Some of our top programs in Mississippi include nursing, education, accounting, and social work. We have a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio. The Gulf Park campus is specifically located in Long Beach, Mississippi, and it sits on a 52-acre beachfront campus. So if you want to go to college on the beach, then Southern Miss Gulf Park is the perfect place to do that. We also have the state's only Bachelor's of Science in Ocean Engineering, which is one of only 10 bachelor programs for ocean engineering and oceanography in the country. And we are currently the Mississippi Gulf Coast leaders for education and research. For student success, we have the Academic Success Center, and this is a place where students can go if they need help in any of their classes. So they offer tutoring services, they offer academic coaching for students who may not be very well at organizing themselves or may need to learn new techniques for studying. They do workshops on different writing formats and how to be successful, time management, stress management. So that's a really great tool that students like to use. This is also a student-run center, so there is no reason for students to be intimidated, as everyone in there is a current student and taking the same exact classes. We have a 24/7 study room available on campus, so if you want to stay all night in the library and study or finish that assignment, we have that available as well. We have the advising center available for students, so each of our academic programs has an academic advisor assigned to that program where students can meet with that person and go over their schedule and make sure they're staying on track. Where a lot of universities, you may have to go to a faculty member to get advised, we have set aside advisors for academic programs. We also have career services available on campus. So if you're not sure what your degree can do for you or what career options are available or what internships are available, then career services is available to help you navigate that. Other campus resources we have available is the health center. So if you get sick, we have that available for you, the fitness center as well. If you want to work out, we have free membership to the fitness center for all of our students. We have a full campus police force as well on campus. And then we also offer military and veteran services for those students who are currently active in the military or who are dependents of military members and veterans. We have study abroad programs as well. So if you're interested in studying abroad, then we have dozens of scholarships that are available for students who would like to pursue that. And we have study abroad programs in multiple countries around the world. So you can choose something based on your major and get credit for your experience, or you can go for a short amount of time, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and just go for the experience and the culture. We also have student organizations available on our campus, as well as community involvement. So we always encourage students to join student organizations on campus, whether it's an academic organization or if it's a religious organization, or if it's just something that you get involved in the community. That way you have an opportunity to make friends, as well as give back to your campus and the community as well. Also, all of our student organizations are required to present a specific amount of community service hours every semester. So we take that very seriously at our campus. And so students really, really enjoy giving back what they've been able to learn at our campus. So how to apply? So students will submit an online undergraduate application to usm.edu. There's a $40 application fee, and then you'll need to submit your official transcripts. If you're a freshman, you'll submit your high school transcripts. If you're a transfer student, you'll submit your transcripts from that college that you are transferring from. Also, for freshman students, we're looking for ACT scores and SAT scores. So if you have a 3.5 core GPA in high school, then you're pretty much good to go for admission. We don't really look at your ACT score beyond that point. But if you have below a 3.0 GPA, then you will be required to submit an ACT score. And we're usually looking for at least an 18 or higher. For scholarship purposes, we have transfer scholarships as well as freshman scholarships. So you can find these online at usm.edu/scholarships. For our freshman scholarships, they start at a 21 ACT or an 1100 SAT score, and they go up from there. So 21 ACT can get you about $2,500 in scholarships for the year. The deadline for our scholarships, of course, is December 1st of your senior year. So you have to apply in advance in order to be eligible for these scholarships. And then our resident tuition for Mississippi students is about $8,786 per year. And then our non-resident out-of-state tuition is about $10,786 per year. For transfer students, we do offer scholarships available as well for that. So if you're planning to attend a community college first before attending a university, then we have an academic scholarship that only requires a 3.0 GPA that can qualify you for $4,000 for the year. And then we also offer a Phi Theta Kappa scholarship as well. If you're a Phi Theta Kappa member, then you can get $4,500 per year with 3.25 GPA from that community college. A little bit about the secret coast is what we like to call it. We get a Mardi Gras break. So if some of you who've never experienced Mardi Gras before, this is a great place to come to experience that. We have the Mississippi Aquarium available, which is a great asset to our students who are interested in fields like marine science or marine biology. We have those programs as well. And then we have lots of other great things to get entertainment, great food, all of that on the coast. So we always encourage students to come and visit the coast, come and visit our campus so we can really show you a good time here. Some of our upcoming events include the Gulf Park Get Connected event. It's going to be an online Zoom event where you can hear from other students who are currently attending Southern Miss and get their perspective on being involved in the community and on campus. We have the Spring Visit Day event coming up as well on March 6th. This is going to be an on-campus event. The first one we've had in over a year, and students will be able to come and visit campus in person for that day. And then we have the Discover Gulf Park event, which will be an online Zoom event as well, where students will be able to hear from faculty members in the program and learn from those faculty members exactly what their program entails and what to expect out of the program. You can register for these events at usm.edu/admissions-events. And then here's our contact information for our office. You can reach out to us if you have any questions about how to apply, or if you would like to schedule an appointment with one of our academic advisors or recruiters, then we can arrange that for you as well.
Great, thank you. Before we jump over to the last college representative from the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, I do want to encourage to submit any other questions that you have through the Q&A button. There's some great questions coming in, so please keep them coming. Okay, last but not least, we'll go ahead and go with University of Tennessee, Knoxville.
Hey everyone, my name is Kevin Dotson. I am the Georgia Regional Recruiter for the University of Tennessee at Knoxville. Today, I will share with you information about our admission requirements, campus life, the city of Knoxville as a whole, scholarship information, and ways to visit campus. If you do have any questions, definitely drop them in the chat and I'll gladly answer them at the end of the presentation. So located in Knoxville, Tennessee, we have over 24,000 students. It's a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio, but 70% of our classes have 30 students or less. We have 89% of our students that receive some type of financial aid. Last year, the university awarded over $61 million to students for merit and need-based scholarships. 84% of our reported graduates are either working or they're in grad school within 6 months of graduation from UT. So our degree opened doors for a lot of our students, and it provides you the opportunity to pursue a career in the field of your choosing. So to say the least, your investment pays off after you attend UT. We offer over 360 programs for you to choose from. So you can have a major with a concentration, you can have a major with a minor, double major, you can have a major concentration with a minor as well. So to highlight a few of our programs, we have environmental and soil science, and that encompasses off-road and vehicle technology program. This is something that's not offered to our students in Georgia, so UT will give you in-state tuition if you plan to pursue that degree. Supply chain management is one of the top 5 programs in the nation. So if you're interested in business, supply chain management will be great to work for Amazon and other companies. We have speech pathology, which is also currently not offered in Georgia as well. So that's in-state tuition for you. For our Georgia students, again, there might be some other programs for any student that's not in Georgia trying to attend UT as well. So keep that in mind. So we are an outdoorsy city. So our campus sits on the Tennessee River, and you can actually see the Great Smoky Mountains from our campus. We have over 100 miles of green space in Knoxville as well. So you can go hiking, biking, paddleboarding, kayaking. There are some caves, so you can go cave diving, and even skiing. So there are some mountains, of course, in Knoxville. Downtown Knoxville is about 15 minutes from our campus. It's a very easy walk. There are free concerts in Market Square. There's an art crawl. What else? We also have a bunch of food trucks. So if you are a foodie, there are food trucks, and there are also a lot of farmers markets as well. A number of businesses and corporations are housed in Knoxville as well. And many of our alums serve as presidents, CEOs, and other high-ranking positions within these corporations. So many of our students will get internships and jobs also while in school, and of course, we'll prepare you for getting that job after graduation as well. Oak Ridge National Lab is home to the Manhattan Project, which is the first atomic bomb. So for our students looking for engineering, nuclear engineering, chemical engineering, that's a great opportunity for those students. The Pilot Corporation is one of the largest truck stop chains, and that's owned by the Haslam family, which are alum. So they give a lot of money as well to our institution. And finally, Regal, that's also their headquarters is also housed in Knoxville as well. So they give about $100,000 each year for about 40 students. So UT holistically reviews applicants. There's a required essay, and you can choose from 7 different prompts. You can choose to submit your test scores or not. If you do choose to apply test optional, you will need to complete an additional essay. We also ask that students complete a self-reported academic record, which is also known as the SAR, and you simply will report your grades as they are on your transcript. Middle 50% of our applicants have a GPA of about a 3.6 to a 4.2. Our ACT scores are between about a 24 and a 31, and the ACT scores will range from about an 1180 to a 1410. There are some optional items that you'll see at the bottom. I highly recommend that students submit those documents as well, just because other committees are reviewing your application. So when you're thinking about the honors program and also other additional scholarship, you will need to, they review that information, so you'll definitely want to consider submitting it. Some students don't, but I highly recommend it. The more you provide, the better we get to know you, and we want you as part of the Vol family. So apply by November 2nd and to receive a decision in mid-December. That's our early action deadline. And also for our competitive programs and our honors programs, we'll want you to apply by November 2nd. December 15th is our regular decision deadline. At that point, you'll get a decision in mid-February. You also want to submit your application and your scholarship application by December 15th as well. That is the final deadline for scholarships. By May 1st, we just want to know that you're coming and that you're going to join us here at Rocky Top. So we do have scholarships available for our students by simply applying and submitting test scores and transcripts. So the volunteer scholarship is one of those scholarships with the minimum 3.8 weighted core GPA. And again, along with your test scores, you'll see the different options that's available. We have the Tennessee Explore Scholarship, and this starts at a minimum 3.6 weighted core GPA. And you can also see the funding that's available to whoever is in those ranges. And like I said, we are test optional. So we also have the Beacon Scholarship. And this is for our test optional applicants. The scholarship requires a minimum 3.8 weighted GPA, and we're also looking for extracurricular activities and a little bit more. See, I got just a little time. So again, guys, we also have a lot of different areas for student success. When it comes to housing, we have a multitude of housing options for you. And we also have over 600 clubs and organizations. We would love for you to come tour, check us out, check out the campus, check out the city, come see everything that I'm talking about and discover it and more. Talk to some of our students, and you can also contact me. So if you do have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'll gladly answer them, or I will answer them right now in the chat. Thank you, guys. Go Vols.
Great. Well, we have about 3 minutes left. And so we do want to go ahead and ask the representatives from the different colleges to answer a question, which is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? So we will go ahead and have them turn on their video and answer this question for us.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start. The biggest thing you need to be doing is just apply to every school you're interested in. And go visit every school you're interested in. Even if you think you have a top school, go and check out 3 or 5. That way you have all your options available when it comes time to making that decision.
Okay, I'm unmuted, so I'll go ahead and go. I think that I definitely agree with Ryan, just opening it up and just really think about, don't be afraid to think outside of the box, think about outside of what you think is possible. Just apply, ask questions, don't just assume that you can't make it work for you, because you may be able to, and it just is connecting with the counselors at that school to make sure that that is a possibility for you. So that's what I would recommend, is don't think something's impossible before you really cover all your bases. And then I'm not sure who went right after me, but
I would say that just make sure you go and visit the campus that you're interested in. See it for yourself, see the surrounding area of where the campus is, and just make sure you talk with your parents and that you feel comfortable with the decision that you make for your school, because you're going to be there for the next, 4 years at least. So just make sure you feel comfortable with the campus and with the surrounding area.
Coastal Carolina University, if you can answer.
Yes, I would say when you're taking the tours, just get as much as you can take from the tours. You can learn a lot, especially with all the resources that they have on that school's campus. Those resources will help you out in the long run when you're at the university that you're picking. And make sure you pick the one that you're most comfortable with, of course, and the one that makes it what you feel fits best for you.
Seton Hall University.
Yes, when you sorry, my child just lost it. I'm gonna let somebody else answer.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. University of Tennessee, Knoxville.
I'm going to be totally honest. I totally missed the question. I was answering in the chat.
No, you're fine. Sorry. What advice would you give to someone who's applying?
Oh, yes, for UT, definitely. Guys, when it comes to monitoring the requirements that we have in other schools as well, making sure that you are submitting all the documents as much as possible to, again, let us know who you are as a student, how you're performing. So just keep us informed. That's what we're here for, to make sure that you have a smooth process throughout this application process, sorry.
Okay, I can answer now. She's calm. Advice that I would give students. Oh, we done? I tried to jump in there.
No, you can go really quick if you would like.
Just don't be afraid to step outside the box and leave your state. That's going to be something very, very big. I know leaving home can be intimidating, but don't be afraid to look at schools outside of your home state, and don't be afraid of the tuition, because sometimes it can work out.
Great. I think that's great advice. Thank you all for joining us today. We're really excited to get all this information. When you close out this window, you will receive a quick survey, which is 4 questions that will appear. If you could take some time to fill that out for us, it's really helpful feedback. Also, there are more sessions happening, so feel free to sign up for more sessions that are going on this evening and in the future. And then lastly, this recording will be available a week from today. So we hope that you guys can review, ask any questions that you need to. And again, thank you so much and have a great evening.